Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of HorrorBuzz Live, where we bring you the latest news and information about what's going on in the horror haunt community and just what there is to do. Ladies and gentlemen, if you like what you are seeing tonight, please like and subscribe. And if you really dig it, then hit the little subscribe button so you can get a notification every time we upload a new video. Also, don't forget that we are on Facebook, we are on Instagram, we are on Twitter, and we are also on Patreon, just so you know, since today's the day of Tuesday Giving Day or whatever. Anyway, so, I'm just saying. But also, we are also looking for people to, hey, Chris, we are looking for people to join the team. I will be posting the link to that form. Yeah, it's been a day. Anyway, okay, so I'm going to be posting that form right over there in the chat where Chris just did a chat. Chris chatted. And we are going to bring on the lovely Lindsey right now. Hey!
Hey, Norm. Hey, everybody. How are you doing? How are you post-Thanksgiving, post-Blood Rage movie night?
Oh my God. We'll get to that in a minute.
I know. How tired are you?
We will get to that in a minute. But, yeah, but I'm okay. During Thanksgiving, the night before Thanksgiving, the power company decided to shut our power off. Because of high winds. So we had no power the entire Thanksgiving. Thankfully, my brother-in-law is very resourceful, and he hooked up generators and saved the day. Not to mention the fact that there was a huge chunk of the tree next to our house that fell onto the house, and he took care of that one too. And yeah, it was fun, but I gotta tell you, it all came out okay, and I got to see my niece and her fiance, and it turned out okay. So
that's all you can ask for.
Is good, and my sister just doesn't make bad food. So anyway, she can't do it. So what about you?
It was fine. We had family come in unexpectedly, so we had to regroup and make for more people than anticipated. And it was me, my sister, and some Tito's, and we got through her. We just did it.
Okay. I mean, Tito's is always a party.
Yeah.
Oh man. But speaking of horror movie night, you missed it.
Oh, don't I know it? I'm a little salty, but family obligations, but I want to hear about it. And I know anybody else listening.
It was so good. I mean, when I was introduced to Blood Rage by one of our programmers for Horror Movie Night and one of the producers of Horror Movie Night, Eric, he was like, you got to see this, and I'm like, okay, sure, and blew me away. And it was so much fun because I asked the group how many people had actually seen the film before, and only a handful had, and I'm like, and just people were howling and just absolutely loving it. Hey, Peter. And yeah, it was great. And because you missed it, I do have the preview of the pre-show if you'd like to see that again.
Please, it's my most favorite thing in the world.
Okay, ready, go.
From all of us here at Dallas, to all of you, Happy Thanksgiving!
It's Friday.
But I use this.
I don't want turkey. I want pizza.
Gobble, gobble, we do the turkey wobble.
Freaking way to gobble turkey with our...
I sink my fangs into it.
Now Billy is addicted to pornography.
Hey.
Honey, this looks delicious.
Ooh, I want the legs.
Grandma gets wasted and Uncle Rick starts a fight.
Yay, we can all have
a party with you.
Pillowy mounds of mashed potatoes.
Your mom does.
I'm excited for Thanksgiving Day, cause I get to eat turkey all day.
I love it so much.
It made even less sense when you saw the full version. So it was just entirely too much fun.
Chris, yes, it is. Hello, by the way. And yes, it is streaming on Shudder. So if you have a Shudder account or an AMC Plus account, you can watch Blood Rage on there. You can do a little encore.
So totally worth it. And Ethan also texted me last night and was like, oh, yeah. He's like, I can't believe I've never seen this movie, because they started watching it last night. He's like, I can't believe it. You always introduce me to these cool things. And I was like, well, this is not my mind. I'm telling you. It's an absolute gem. But anyway, enough of what people might have missed. What do we have coming up, Lindsay?
Oh my goodness. The list just goes on. And as we've now officially passed Thanksgiving, it's like full blown Christmas time, and we're in it. Oh yeah, you're right. We have to take the Zen breath. You're right. Okay. So I talk at a normal pace. Thank you for keeping me in check. So we're pretty light on the movies this week. So we're not going to actually touch on it at all. We're going to focus only on events because there's so many. And I want to try to introduce to you as many as I can. So we have Elf on the Shelf Holiday Journey. This is not something spooky. It's not horror centered.
Nope. No Elf on the Shelf. No.
You're not a shelfer, huh? Yeah, I'm not either. But lots of people are. And now, if you are a fan of Elf on the Shelf, you can go to the Pomona Fairplex and shrink down to the size of one of Santa's elves and help them repair Santa's sleigh. So it's immersive theater. So you basically walk through a bunch of beautiful lights and things like that, but there's little vignettes taking place of different actors portraying elves on the shelves, and you get to help them and actually interact with them. So if you have kiddos, or if you're a kid at heart, this would probably be something for you. They are also collecting toy donations to benefit Toys for Tots at this event. Tickets range from $30 to $65, depending on the day and the level of experience that you want. You can get tickets for Elf on the Shelf at elfontheshelfjourney.com, and it's running from now until the beginning of January. So you have some time. And I know Norm just raved about Blood Rage, and if you are just kicking yourself because you missed it, well, then you're like me, and I'm kicking myself. But here's a chance for you to make up for that. We're having another movie night with the Frida, and we're going to be watching Gremlins, because that is a Christmas movie, obviously.
I love it. Can you try to make this one?
Of course, yes. Well, okay, I'll say this, though. This is the same day as Season Screaming, so it's tight. But
I know, but you could do it in the evening.
Yeah,
it's in the evening time.
This is in the evening time.
So you can have fun at Season Screamings.
Right,
and then also
come up
then
Santa
also
Ana.
Then yeah, you can go down to Santa Ana
and have even more fun. So if you're not done with spooky seasonal fun with Season Screamings, and you come down to Santa Ana to the Frida Cinema on December 18th, the show opens at 7 p.m. Make sure you come early to get a good seat. You get some themed drinks, a la Amantha. She's a genius in that department, and pumpkin prize packs, and it's the holiday show. So there's always just a little more merriment. Do not miss it. And obviously, as we just saw with the preview, there's a cannot miss pre-show. The tickets are $10.50. If you buy them online, there's like a 70-cent service fee or something like that. Not too much, but for $11, you get an evening of incredible holiday fun. And you can purchase those tickets at fridacinema.org, Frida cinema.org. So if you're into the whole sparkling lights during the holidays, we've got Sparkle DTLA. That's for downtown Los Angeles. So if you're in the LA area, this one is for you. This is running from now until January 2nd at the Block. And it's a holiday show with literally 18 million lights. That's a lot of lights. And I can't even conceptualize that many, but it absolutely covers the block, and the lights are synchronized to festive songs. So it's one of LA's biggest multicolor interactive holiday displays. So if you're looking to go big, here's where you do it. And it's completely free to attend. You just go to the block, and it runs from now until January 2nd. And the shows run at 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So if you're interested in seeing more about it, or if you want to see what some of the displays look like ahead of time, you can go to theblockla.com, and that's BLOC, no K, BLOCLA.com. And we've also got Sleighs on the Bay holiday cruise. So I know, especially with the pandemic, the drive-through light experience got super popular. But if you think the whole driving in a car thing to look at lights is passé, then why don't you get into your own private gondola and see some lights all along the Naples Canal in Long Beach with the Gondola Getaway Holiday Cruise. It can be a romantic adventure for two, or you can have a full-on holiday party with up to 14 people. And this runs all through the end of December at the Naples Canal in Long Beach. If this interests you, you can go to GondolaGetawayINC.com and purchase your tickets for that there. And I mentioned this last week, but I'll mention it again just to kind of put it in your ear because the dates are starting to fill up. We have the Stranger Things store. This is an actual brick and mortar store that now exists in New York and in LA. And it is a complete gift shop of all things Stranger Things, but it's a little bit more than that. You can see all sorts of iconic locations from the show, and there's all kinds of immersive aspects. So you can answer the phone at Joyce Byers' house, you can play arcade games, you get to stroll through Hawkins' lab, and there might be some Demogorgons wandering around waiting for you to show up. So, yes.
I have a confession.
Confess. Here's your chance.
I am not into Stranger Things, and I think I've only seen one episode from the first season.
That's a hot take, I gotta say, because
everybody was jumping on it, and I was like, I'm over this already. And
because it was popular.
Well, yeah, because that's what cool people do. But like, I was like, nope, and I was just over it. But I think I'll binge it after like all the seasons are done.
That's a good idea. Give it a chance, only because the acting, the kids in there are just incredible. I saw it at the end of season 3. I'm not sure.
I saw Barb. I saw that episode.
Ah, okay.
But I was like, pass. So, I could be wrong. But I had other things going on. But I'm sure the Stranger Things store is amazing. Huh? Especially if you like the show.
Yeah, if you're like Norm and you don't know the show, maybe don't go. But if you're like me and you cried at the end of season 3, then you might like it. So if you did, you can reserve your spot at the strangerthings-store.com. And there are dates and times available through February 2022, but they are filling up. So I'll put a little caveat on that. If you're interested in going, make sure you reserve it now. And if you live near La Cañada Flintridge, or if you're willing to make the drive, we have the Enchanted Forest of Light. And what that is, it's a 1-mile walk through their popular areas of the Descanso Gardens. So if you've never been there, it's a very big, beautiful botanical garden, and they have all kinds of big trees, and it's really a pretty place. And this year they have an entire town of different stained glass creations, and it's centered in their rose garden, and it's from a famous contemporary sculptor. So, and then they light it all up. So it lights the glass, but then it also lights all of the trees and bushes and flowers and everything around it. The pictures look stunning. I think it looks really, really awesome. It's already selling out. So they're running from now through January 9th. And several dates in December are already sold out. The entire first weekend of December is sold out. And the second weekend, Friday, Saturday, are sold out. And the 18th is sold out. So almost all of the Saturdays in December are out. So if you're interested,
Gardens is stunning.
It is. See, it's beautiful.
It's totally worth the drive. And if there's sparkling lights, I mean, I'd vote for it. So
yeah, I mean, I'm a sucker for you put a little blue blinky light on something and I'm there. I'm low maintenance. So if you're a member of Descanso Gardens, it's $25 to $28 depending on the day that you go. If you're not a member, it's $32 to $35, but worth it. So if you are interested, make sure you jump on that now, and you can go to Descanso, DESCANSO gardens.org. And we have some shopping opportunities for you. We've got Scary Creep Miss. This is put on by our friends over at Spooksy Boo Events, and they've got dates on December 3rd, 4th, 10th and 11th, 17th and 18th. So Friday and Saturday for the first 3 weekends in December, they've offered a shopping opportunity for you to get that Christmas shopping done. There's going to be 60 plus different vendors, food trucks. There's even some photo ops if you got to take a selfie and do it for the gram. Fridays, it runs from 5 to 9 p.m. and Saturdays, it runs from 3 to 9 p.m. And this is at the Garden Walk in Anaheim, right near Disneyland. So
I want to call that a shopportunity.
Oh, boy.
Huh? Okay, I'll see myself.
Oh, boy. I am not a pun person, but I'll let it slide. Anyway, if you're like, man, Christmas sucks because it's not scary. Well, it is, because spooky never sleeps and Halloween is 365, and that applies to Christmas too. So we've got some horror opportunities ready for you to pounce on. So we've got Christmas at the Asylum, and this is at the All Saints Lunatic Asylum in Apple Valley, and they're running it only for one weekend, and it's this weekend, December 3rd and 4th, from 7 to 10 p.m. So if you're in the LA area or Orange County, it might be a bit of a drive, but it's worth it. Get some spooky Christmas fun in, and it runs from 7 to 10. Reservations are available running from 7 to 9:30 in 30-minute increments for both days, and the reservations have to be made in advance. There will be no tickets at the door, and they are $13 a piece and can be purchased at allsaintsasylum.com. There's also the High Desert Haunted House. So if you want to make an evening of it and go to the All Saints Asylum, then you can hit up the High Desert Haunted House. They are doing Twisted Christmas and featuring all kinds of twisted versions of classic holiday figures like Santa and elves. There's deranged deers, a very disgruntled Mrs. Claus, Krampus, Nutty Nutcrackers, Ginger Dead Men, you name it, they've got it. And that is also $13 to attend, and it runs from 9 to midnight. And it is, but if you're like, well, I got kids, I don't know, fear not, because there is a family-friendly event that they are running during the day from 6 to 8 p.m. called Santa's Village. And it's a Christmas lit-up walkthrough experience, and it has Santa and his elves at the end of it. Excuse me, but it is themed to Nightmare Before Christmas. So you get to have a little spooky infusion in there. You can see Jack and Sally and all their friends in Halloween Town. And that is $20 for a group of 6, and then $5 additional for each additional person. You can follow them on Instagram at high_desert_haunted_house. And then you message them for a list of available times to reserve. And then you reserve your time, and then you come and you pay when you go. And then rounding out our spooky events, we've got Reign of Terror's Ho Ho Horror. This is going to be the weekend of Season Screamings, which is 17th and 18th. That's the day that
I was so tempted to go too.
I know. It's just everything's happening at the same time, but that just means that people got options. It's sad, but it means people have options. So
again, Reign of Terror is another one of those that is completely worth the drive.
Mm-hmm.
But bring cash or buy your tickets ahead of time.
Yes. Like Norm said, tickets ahead of time or cash. And the tickets are $30 per person for immediate access, or $55 for $30 for general, and $55 for immediate access. And the parking is free. It's on property. You don't have to worry about that. And it's recommended for ages 13 and up. So bear that in mind if you have a family. And the tickets are available now. You can go on the website. I know last week they weren't, but this week they are. So you can go on there and purchase them there. And that website is rothauntedhouse.com. And of course, we've got a Season Screamings our friends over at Midsummer Scream. It's inching closer and closer. I feel like we've been talking about this since like August or September, and it's already almost here. It is the weekend of December 17th, so it'll run 17th, 18th, and 19th at the Pasadena Convention Center. It is their Holiday Haunts and Horrors convention, and there's going to be all sorts of wonderful walkthroughs in the Hall of Yuletide Spirits and wandering creatures of the night from different winter legends. I really can't wait to see that. Very excited about that. And then, of course, shopping experiences, or as Norm said, a shopportunity.
Okay, don't hate on my cornography.
Your corn. Oh no!
If you don't like the puns,
no, I actually didn't hate that last one. That one was kind of funny. I just think it's a low form of comedy.
Yeah, okay. We'll get into that later.
Okay. So there's going to be tons of vendors. So if you've got some last minute shopping to do, then you'll be able to find something there for sure. And just a little something for you to keep in mind for the new year. If you're looking for something fun to do, on New Year's Eve, Zombie Joe's is hosting a Killer Clowns New Year's Eve party. You heard that right. It's a mouthful, and it's going to be wild, and it's going to be crazy. And it's featuring live music performances from John Massari, the composer for the film. He's performing a brand new horror metal DJ set based on his Killer Clowns from Outer Space soundtrack. Let that sink in for a minute.
I'm going to post it in the chat right now.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. The event is a cosplay dance party. There's going to be an air guitar and air drum contest. So if you feel like you've got that in the bag, then you better go. There's going to be prizes for best costume and best killer clown tattoos. So if you've got some ink, you better go. And this is a masquerade ball that's going to be just riddled with clowns, and it's appropriate for all ages, believe it or not. So if you're worried, bring your kiddos. Bring grandma if you want. It's all fun for everybody. Music will be performed by John and taking place at 8, 9:30, and 11. So there's 3 opportunities for you to catch those sets. And you have to show proof of vaccination or a negative COVID test prior to gaining entry to the event. So I'll put that caveat in there and to make sure you have all your ducks in a row before you go. Face masks will be required, and the entire staff is vaccinated. The advance tickets are now on sale for $20, and they will be $25 at the door. So if you want to save $5, go on and get it. And you can secure your tickets on Zombie Joe's website, which is zombiejoes.com. And that's what we've got, you guys. I could keep going, but I'm going to stop. I know. It's a lot.
Yeah, Ryan. No kids then. Honestly, Zombie, I love you. I love you to the moon and back, but take it with a grain of salt when he says it's kid friendly. That's all.
Yep.
So that's it. So I have another little surprise for you, Miss Lindsey. I know how you love the walkthroughs.
Well, it's a love-hate relationship.
And now that the season is over, we can look back at this year's version of Halloween 4 at Universal Studios Hollywood. Now, I did film this with an iPhone 7, so I did my best, but here you go. There you go.
Awesome.
Yeah, it to me it was actually a little better this time around because they took out the power line scene that was just kind of dumb. But it all worked out. I mean, it was a little better. But let's hope next year we get a ton of original mazes. So
Here's a question. Do
okay,
you hope that they keep Pandora's Box, or would you be okay with them replacing it with something original? Because that one's pretty good.
that one's amazing, but it's a little, I've never really seen them take something 3 years. So as much as I would love to see it again, I would maybe like to see another original idea that is just as fun and crazy. And so, I mean, they even AVP they only kept for 2 years, and that was easily one of my favorites. So so that's that. Oh, Ryan makes a good point about kids and
True.
going to Zombie Joe's, that if they have to be vaxxed, there are no young kids because they're automatically DQ'd. So there you go. Good point, Ryan. You're sharp. Okay. Well, that wraps everything up for us. And I hope I'm going to say again with oh yeah, definitely. Oh boy. So okay. Everybody, thank you so much for watching this week. Again, we're looking for people to review games, books, and haunts and movies. So follow the link. And any last words there, Lindsay?
Nope. Just thank you guys for tuning in. We love spending time with you. It makes our dark hearts so happy.
I don't have a heart, but well, if I did, it would be happy. Yeah.
I have one, so.
All right, guys. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas. Let's get this going. Whamageddon starts tomorrow, and we'll see you in the fog.
Make sure to continue watching HorrorBuzz YouTube.